Dorothy Yogini here. Happy Monday. It's time for the weekly reading. I'm also live on Reddit. I apologize for the delay. I was on the phone with my insurance company because my daughter has her G2 license. I know wherever you are in the world, we have a graduated license system made it to her G2. She can drive by herself now. So it's very exciting times, and our insurance is going up quite a bit now. But anyways, luckily she has a job and she can pay for her insurance. Thank freaking goodness. All right. So we had a full moon in Aquarius energy working up last month, like in between the full moons. That was really intensive. And it was intensive energy for healing the heart. And so healing your heart, it's going to affect relationships in your life, and it helping us to drop away patterns. In some cases, it's just patterns of thought that have been creating a distorted perception for us, which is creating a distorted reality within our relationships. And so, yeah, hopefully you were paying attention to what was coming up for you this past month. We're still within that full moon energy, so we're still going to feel it for at least another 3 days, if not even a little bit longer. And I would utilize this energy to the fullest to help release the crap. So there's a couple things that you could do if you're drawn to it. So on Friday, I did Feel Good Friday. And I was calling it Friday Night Party, and then all of a sudden I was inspired to change it to Feel Good Friday. Anyways, because it's not necessarily, I don't have a DJ and stuff like that. I would love to have a DJ associated with it. So I said, it's a Feel Good Friday. Anyways, what I wanted to say, it was a super long one. It's about 2.5 hours, but it was packed full of channeling. And so many, hey, is that Michelle in the house? Michelle's in the house. Bellissima. Oh, wow, are you Italian? Tantissimo. Si, tantissimo. I wish I could speak Italian if it's Italian. Maybe it's Portuguese. I don't know. But anyways, it is wonderful to have you join. So as I was saying, it's about 2.5 hours in length. There's a lot of channeling that comes in. It's a little bit, it's interesting. I've listened to it twice since because it was powerful. And when I channel, as soon as I finish channeling, it's like, what was I just talking about? Like, it doesn't necessarily stay within my consciousness, even though my subconscious is going to get that juicy information. But I really wanted to maximize my healing. So I listened to the whole thing on Saturday, and then I listened to it again on Sunday. The messages that come through have a beautiful healing vibration to it, and I could feel the energy shifting and flowing. There was a couple of times where even emotion came right up within me and had some tears coming out, and I'm like, yeah, this is good shit, because it was just a sign that energy was moving and flowing. So when I do these channeling, whether it's the weekly readings or the Wednesday or the Friday night is usually the most intensive for healing that comes through. I'm going through the healing just like everyone else is. We're all going through our own shit, right? And so I recommend checking it out. It's worth it. You don't even have to watch the video. So when I was listening to it over the weekend, I just put my phone in, had my phone in my fanny pack, and I was doing the cleaning in the house, and I was doing laundry, and just listening to it and taking it in that way. So I recommend you can try it. If you want something shorter, or hey, you can try both of them because they're equally healing. Because I did a session last night and it was spur of the moment. I was walking with my dogs, and then I suddenly got this message, share this story. So I'm like, okay, I'll do a live stream tonight. So before getting ready for bed, I did a live stream last night, and this beautiful meditation came through. It was a healing and an activation that came through. And yeah, amazing. So I'm going to be listening to that one again for sure. It's about an hour in length. So it utilize this full moon energy to it to the fullest, right? Let's get some good healing going through, some good transformation. These next 3 months, we're still, this is just the message or the knowing that I have. These next 3 months, we're still going to have these waves coming through, these waves of energy that is going to force our shit to the surface so we can go through additional layers. So it's not necessarily, now it's just going to be an easier process. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but we will have fluctuations of energy, of intensity and ease, intensity and ease. So it's going to go like that as we continue to go through this healing. So let's go through as much as we can right now. Let's release, and then there won't be as much, right? There won't be as much to deal with. Over, I just say let's maximize it. So if you have any questions during this, you can ask. I love for this to be interactive. And I'm going to pull some cards for the collective. So that means everyone who is going to watch this, whether it's live or after the fact, you should be able to relate to the messages. But also because I'm channeling, if anything comes in that doesn't resonate with you, then toss it aside. Maybe that message wasn't for you. So always use your own intuition as to whether it feels right for you. And sometimes we just need to process it too, right? Sometimes if you think, no, that doesn't relate to me, and then you sit with it, or even a few days later, like, holy crap, that I did go through something like that, right? So you can sit with it, let it percolate, or just toss it aside, okay? Oh, I want to use my daily crystal inspiration. I'm going to use this deck. I pulled a card just before going to bed last night, and the card, I didn't shuffle these yet, so I am going to shuffle them, but I felt inclined to share this. So Sodalite, the crystal Sodalite, speak your truth. And this is very relevant to me, and some of you out there might be able to relate to this message. We do need to speak our truth as to what's important to us, what we're feeling. Could I get a card, please? Hi, sad little kiwi. Right now, I'm going to pull the cards for the collective, and then once I finish that, then by all means, throw the question out there. And if there's time for me to do that, I would love to. Okay. So I'm going to call upon Archangel Michael to please clear all of our energy fields. Cut cords with everybody who it's not for our highest and greatest good to be corded with. And if we have energetic patterns that are no longer serving us and we're ready to release those with this full moon energy, please cut the energetic cords with those patterns. And protect us with your beautiful golden light. Yes, a beautiful shield of gold. Beautiful. Archangel Gabriel, please shield us with your violet light. All right, so let's do this. What do we need for this week? Ebony Stars in the house. Nice. How are ya? I get to connect with your energy last night, today. Seems like my lucky day. 2 days in a row. That's awesomeness. So, what do we need for this? No, it's not. Oh, that's the one. Okay, I feel like there's still, okay. Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, so lots of messages. I have 5 cards, so lots of messages that want to come through. Oh, management's in the house too. Management Annie, how are ya? Hey girl, how you doing? Nice. Oh, Ebony Star feels drained today. Ooh, well, you're going through good healing then. Let's chalk it up to that. There might be other stuff you're going through, but no doubt it also has to do with the full moon healing that we're going through. Okay, so we have two cards that are upside down. I haven't checked if these other ones are upside down. Okay, epidote is the first one. Go deeper. This one came up last week as well. That, yeah, we are going through the depths of layers to get real answers, to get clarity on truly. Oh, management Annie's feeling good today. I'm glad you're feeling good, hun. We're going deep to really understand ourselves. You know, it's interesting. If I think back fall 2020 to where I am at right now, I know so much more about myself than I did. And as as these different ahas were coming through and I was allowing myself to explore, look at all those fun emojis. Oh, management, that's so nice you sent those to Ebony Star. That's beautiful. So, yes, as ahas were coming up, I was learning a piece of me, and my interpretation of it, of the knowledge I received, was coming from a place of, let's say, I'm seeing a funnel, the shape of a funnel, was coming from a place of understanding that maybe looked like this. And then I gained more understanding, and then that funnel started to get wider. So then I was having a more broadened perspective of the information that came through. And where I'm at right now, I have even a broader perspective of understanding, yet still lots of questions. And the more we question why we might feel a certain way, and when we acknowledge the longings that we have of fulfillment, of certain desires that we're looking for, as we acknowledge those and embrace them, even though if there's some people in our lives or even society in general that I don't think you should have that, or that seems wrong, you know, judgmental ego stuff coming up. Who is saying namaste? Mr. Peanuts. Very creative name. Awesome. Namaste to you. And management Annie is saying hello as well. Cool. We got a lot of people knowing each other on this stream. I love it. We got a cool community happening. So, okay, so what was I saying? Yes, we need to be curious to fully understand those desires, because sometimes we might, because if we only have a funnel of, let's say, knowledge that we can take from that's like this, we don't necessarily have the clear understanding. And as we go deeper, we'll have that broadened perspective that will bring us more, I'll just call them clues. That was the word that was coming. It's just more clues, more pieces of the puzzle to understand ourselves and our desires. So if certain areas of your life, you feel like you're supposed to be making a decision, you feel like you're supposed to be moving forward in some way, big change is supposed to happen, but you just can't move forward because you feel like you don't quite have all the information, then you need to trust in that, because you're going through a healing process as you're in that discovery phase. So rather than just jump and ship right now, let's get that full understanding and have that full healing. So then if changes do need to happen, then they'll be so much easier to be able to go through, because you'll fully embrace yourself for going through them. And it'll be easier for you to even communicate that to other people. And there'll be time for healing to happen within your relationships. So if a transition does need to happen, then it can go more smoothly. Or maybe the transition is going to be different than what you thought it was. And it's just simply going to be blossoming and growing into something that's beautiful, but you're actually staying where you are or who you're with, right? So beautiful changes can happen. So that is Epidelight, beautiful message. Awesome. Apprehensive. I don't know what you said, apprehensive, but thank you for contributing. Ishari's in the house. Hello, Yogini, looking splendid. Been a while since I joined your stream. Well, I'm so glad you're here. So maybe I was meant to go on later today to give you an opportunity to get in. I didn't mean to come on so late, so it's all perfect somehow, right? It's all perfect. So we're going to go into the next card. All right. I love that you guys are saying hi. So good. Okay, the next card is a gate. Was this the other upside down one? No, the other upside down was appetite. Okay, so a gate. Get back into balance. This is interesting because my Friday night live stream, which I recommend you check it out. It's available on YouTube. It's a long one, but you can just listen to it. So many incredibly healing messages that come through. So many. And the theme was balance for abundance. So we were talking about creating balance in all these different areas of your life and maybe certain ways that you might not have looked at, might not have considered that you maybe need more balance in that area. And how would you create more balance in that area? Because all these little things, the way you go about life, add up. Now, in one particular area, this might be more of an obvious area, but with what you ingest, so eating, right? I was talking about food a few times during that. And, over the past few weeks, I've had some different things going on, even had a week's vacation in there. And so I was definitely more free flowing with what I was consuming. And I was creating definitely some inflammation within my body. But it still felt right to do it. And I think that inflammation, a little bit of discomfort was actually helping me to heal my stuff. It was helping, the discomfort was helping to bring stuff up to the surface. So I got to trust, sometimes that can assist with the process. And I felt like it did that. But now I'm getting back on track. On Saturday, I did go cycling with some family and stuff, and it was fun. And we went to a couple of breweries, and I'm gluten-free, and I had beer, and we went out for dinner, and it was really nice. But then the next day, I'm like, yeah, I just feel like I want to be clean. I want to get cleansed. And today I've been eating really healthy too. I feel like, okay, my body is just like ready to get back on track. So also think my sleep patterns have shifted as well. So I feel like those are going to need to shift again. So just a couple of tidbits, something to keep in mind, but I do recommend checking out the Feel Good Friday stream on my YouTube channel. A lot of great transformation. And those of you who are just coming in now, I also mentioned that last night, in the midst of a full moon energy, I did a last minute live stream, freaking powerful. So a meditation came through with a healing activation in there. So it was healing energy. We healed some hard stuff, a lot of heart stuff. And then we had an activation within our first and second chakra, and that helped with the heart healing. It was pretty cool. So you might want to check that out. And that one is called, I don't know, Full Moon in Aquarius Message or something like that. So you can check that out. It's the last video that I did. Okay. Okay, so I said get back into the balance. The next one is appetite. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. So this is taking action. This is moving forward, even though it's a little bit scary. And I think that's really important for us to do, to actually create some change. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep on getting the same results. We can't keep doing the things the same way that we have been doing them. It's no longer going to work. We can no longer push ourselves to, we have to work so hard to get stuff done, because it's going to backfire on you. We need to have the balance, as that last card said. We need to get back in balance. But we also need to step through our fears to move forward. Now, something that I did to step through my fears, it wasn't recent. I can't even remember which month I actually did it. But most of you know I've been going through a sexual awakening. So I had a Kundalini awakening, but also I had a sexual trauma when I was a young teen. And I didn't realize how much it was affecting me in so many areas of my life. So I have been embracing my sexuality, and on different levels. And so something that I did, Northern's in the house. Hey, entering a huge new phase in life. I would love a card. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm still doing the collective. Okay, I'm still doing the collective. We'll see the timing after the collective, and I'm sure I'll have some time to pull some individual cards. Okay, so we'll wait till we get to that point. So yeah, one of the things that I did that was extremely scary, but I kept getting messages. I kept getting messages to get an OnlyFans, but not for porn, not for doing what I guess it's been known for. But to use it as a tool to have a space where I can feel safe to be able to explore. So to explore, feeling sexy, to talk about sex, to be able to explore, right? And it still keeps on coming up. The fear still keeps on coming up. Should I still be here? Should I and then I'll get more messages. Step beyond your comfort zone. Step beyond your comfort zone. So I'm still using it as a tool in a way that I feel comfortable, and that can help other people to also explore their own sexuality in a safe way. So if you've had a sexual trauma too, anyways, you can DM me if you want to ask any questions or whatever. You can always DM me. So step beyond your comfort zone in a way that feels right for you. You need to make decisions from your heart. Does it make your heart sing? Does it get you excited? And maybe it gets you a little bit scared. And then that can be an indication that it's time to move into a new phase, as Northern Lolo said. Okay. Here we go. So blue lace agate. Find your calm. Find your calm. So this week we need to find or remind ourselves. I feel like we'll have to give ourselves reminders and use some tools to help to be in a peaceful place. Serenity, feeling serenity in whatever is going on, even if you don't have all of the information. So I think there's certain areas in our lives where we want more information. We want to know where we're going. We'd like to know if this is going to be successful, and we still don't know. And bring in fears, and maybe it's going to be fears of abundance, right? Or I could say a fear of lack. Not having enough, not having the resources, not having the support. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? So if you find yourself getting into that space, I'd like you to use some tools to find your peace, to find your calm, and maybe it's going to be affirmations of I am always provided for. I can handle whatever life throws me. I am strong enough. I am smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. What is that from? That's from someone. I can't remember where that's from. But, affirmations can be helpful. They don't work for everyone, right? So if you can relate to an affirmation, if they work for you, then you can create one that feels good. You have to believe it. You have to believe that affirmation. You can also do some meditations, listen to solfeggio frequencies, maybe binaural beats, or just some, through the day, just some gentle yoga music. I was just hearing a water, like a nice water fountain, the nice trickling of water, maybe hearing nature sounds. So bringing in different elements to bring that peace, and going on nature walks would also really help, getting out in nature and connecting. And the last card is aragonite. So the crystal aragonite. Release your emotional baggage. Release your emotional baggage. Okay, so to do that releasing, we are still in this really intensive full moon. Sorry. This full moon in Aquarius energy. And we've shifted from Leo to Virgo. So that energy has shifted, but we still have very powerful releasing energy right now. So you can, as I said, you can do meditations, you can listen to solfeggio frequencies of maybe the heart chakra. Solfeggio frequency for the heart chakra would be really helpful. But I do recommend listening to the Friday stream and listening to last night's stream, because both of those streams have very much healing energy in it. And last night has also an activation. So if you listen to it as much as you want, so even though I did the one last night, I'm going to be listening to that again today, and listening to it again tomorrow. And my Friday one, for those of you who joined in a little bit later, I listened to my Friday one again on Saturday and again on Sunday. And it's because I'm not listening to myself. I'm listening to the channel. I'm just a channel, right? I'm a channel that brings in this information. So Source wants us to have this information. So if you're drawn to it, then listen to it. If you're not drawn to it, then maybe you're drawn to something else that will be even better for you at this time. So listen to yourself. All right, I can pull some cards for people. Okay, so I know Northern Lowell wanted a card, but there was also someone who came early. I think it was the first person here that wanted a card, and I want to know if you're still here. Sad little Kiwi, are you still in the house? Because if you're still in the house, I'll pull the card for you first. What? What's going on? What am I doing here? Okay. Oh, it's from SNL. Guy Smiley. Yes, Stephen Green. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, great. So maybe we're in around the same age category. Okay, Poppy Shoe. Today I've been on the verge of crying. Don't know why. I'm dressed to run an errand, but I'm like sniff, sniff. Oh, Poppy. Sending you love and light. Management, Annie is sending you love and light. I love it. And Ebony Star, sending you love and hugs. I love it. Okay, so Poppy, are you still here? Poppy Shoe? I think you are going through a beautiful shift using this full moon energy. So embrace being sad. Embrace it, because you have energy that's wanting to move and flow. If you can let it all out without maybe letting your makeup run, or maybe, maybe you want to go out looking like Alice Cooper, or maybe you don't have any makeup on. I don't know. Whatever. If you can allow the tears to flow, and even if, because sometimes I'm like, I feel like I want to cry, but I can't cry. And then I'll call a friend, and the one that I brought to calling will end up being available. And I will just say, can I just, I don't know what I need to say right now, but I feel like I need to cry. And then I'll just trust thoughts that come in. I'll start talking. And as I'm talking about it, and then, oh boy, then it will ignite. And then I'm able to cry. But we're all different, right? So I'm just saying that. And that works for me. If it works for you, you might want to give it a try. If you can, watch either my video on YouTube from last night or on the Friday night. That could also be helpful. But I can also pull a card for you too. I just want to see if Sad Little Kiwi is still here. Yes, management, any. Yes, you can get a line for sure. Oh, student of green. My mom just passed, and I'm in a new space from that. Would you pull a card for me, please? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Poppy Chew, you're pushing on. And then I would volunteer for a card if I can't find anyone. AE Wallen or All Out. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to go back down. Okay, so Sad Little Kiwi. I'm going to do yours first, and then Northern Lolo, and then I'll go back up. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Not very stable of a setup, I guess. Okay. Archangel cards. We're going to go with the Archangel deck, this one. Okay. For Sad Little Kiwi. Okay, what does Sad Little Kiwi need for today? Okay, so the card that wanted to come up for you today is relationship harmony. Relationship harmony. Archangel Rakul, we angels are open to the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. I love that. And this angel is holding, I'm so sorry, I'm yawning, some beautiful pink flowers. And so to me, that's associated with self-love. So there's a big heart healing that's going on. And I see a rainbow of pink and yellow. And so again, it's a big self-love healing. So a big heart healing. And when we truly have compassion for ourselves and forgiveness for ourselves, it helps us to have more love and compassion and forgiveness for other people in our life, and also the energy to be able to give back that love. Because when we've been hurt again and again, it creates like a heaviness and a closing within our heart. And it's really hard for us to give that love to that person who has done that to us again and again. But when the heart healing happens, you have an opportunity to be able to have that increased energy and openness to be able to do those beautiful things for others. And I feel like in your case, because I'm feeling my second chakra right now, and so I'm feeling like there's a particular relationship where it has been more recently just more focused in the second chakra. So more just sexual as opposed to heartfelt. You can let me know if this resonates for you. So if something doesn't resonate, then throw it aside, because who knows, maybe someone else is needing to hear this. So right now I am feeling is second chakra, but also heart. So that second chakra sexual energy has been moving up to join with the heart energy. So a relationship is evolving so beautifully now to a level that it has never ever been at. And so that is congratulations, because that's absolutely beautiful. So conflicts are going to decrease as more love is being exchanged. And so this will create more ease and flow. And yeah, the word I just got is effortlessness. Because when you need to effort to try to please someone, it's like, well, I have to do this for them and I have to do this for it could be very exhausting. It's like I want them to love me. I haven't been meeting their expectations, so I'm just going to try harder. So that energy is dissipating. That energy is changing to be lighter and more natural. And as the word that came through was effortless. It resonates great. Yay. Awesome. Thank you. I'm trying to be vulnerable and open back up again. So great. I've been going through the same thing. I've been going through the same thing. And it can be scary, right? You don't want to be hurt again. But miracles can happen. I'm super happy you had this positive experience. Oh, that's amazing, Management Annie. I'm so glad you shared the love with Kiwi. That's great. Okay, so Northern Lolo. I'm going to pull a card for you. Oh, it's going to be the Oracle of Unicorns deck. That deck just kind of lit up for me. It's like me. So this is where we're going to go. Northern, we're going for Oracles of Unicorn. Oracle of Unicorn. Okay, so what does Northern Lolo need? This new phase. Beautiful new phase, transitions. Okay, so potentially that one too. Okay. More cards wanted to come out for you, Lowell, so I'm just going to trust in that. So the first card is flow. Really important right now for you to flow as the things are presenting. And change can be scary. And as those fears come up in the forms of certain thought patterns, notice them. Take a deep breath into the fear, and as you release, feel that fear lifting and leaving your energy. You can even call upon your team of angels and guides to take your fear. You can also ask Archangel Michael to come and assist you. But really right now, the importance is ease and flow. Ease and flow. So as you're making decisions, think, well, which decision would help me to have more ease right now? Which would help me to flow? Because if this decision would bring more work and more constriction, and then maybe I just shouldn't go that way anymore. And what was coming up was it's really perceptions. So it's like a certain perception will bring you more constriction. So acknowledge the perception to change your thought patterns to be more of, I want ease and flow, so I'm going to go with the flow with what's presenting. I'm going to make the choice that is, so I lost the word there. Bring it in. Okay, they're just saying it in the same way. Okay, so they're just saying that it's just make a choice that will create the ease. So the change of perception can create ease just by simply acknowledging your perception. So it's very easy. It's just acknowledge the perception, change your thought patterns, and changing the thoughts will help you to make choices to keep you in the flow. Okay, the next one is polarity. So this week, notice the thoughts, the perceptions that you have about good, bad, light, dark. I like this about myself. I don't like this about myself. I like this about them. I don't like this about them. It's going to be a lot about the extremes of things. But again, a lot of it is perceptions. So it's training ground. It's a training ground for having compassion for all that you are, having compassion for others, as opposed to judging the people in the situation. It's stopping, stepping back. How can I embrace the light and the dark? Because all encompassing, all of it is makes up all that we are. So all of it is important. We also need to have contrast in our life. If we didn't have contrast, we wouldn't have the drive to change, to get better and better, to look for more fulfillment. We need to have contrast. So light and dark is always needed. And sometimes it's just the perception of the dark is going to change so we see the light within it. And then that can help us to embrace it. The other card that came up for you is cycles. So we have cycles of the moon. Look at that moon energy right now. We're in full moon energy. Notice how you feel right now. Notice your priorities right now. Notice what your body, mind, and spirit needs right now during this full moon energy. And notice as we get out of this full moon energy, so later on in the week, as we're getting closer to the new moon, notice how your energy shifts. Notice how your priorities might shift. Notice how you might be more contemplative, how you might be more energized or more tired. So notice all that and honor that about yourself, because it's not just a fluke that you're feeling this way on a certain day. The energies, the cycle of the moon is very much connected to the way you function. Okay? So just notice all that. And then a final card, I feel like this is going to be more of a summary that you needed. Gentleness. So right now, be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. So speak words of love to yourself, to others. Be gentle to yourself. Be gentle to others. If you find harshness comes up within you, just notice that, and then try to do something for yourself that will be nurturing, that will bring you more ease and flow. So gentleness is going to be the key this week, and it's also going to help with your healing process, because you've been going through a big healing and you are entering a new phase, right? This new phase is about you from now on, not just this week, from now on, being gentle and kind to yourself and the people around you. But right now, the most important thing is being gentle and kind to yourself, because once you get really good at that, it becomes easy to just share that gentleness with everyone around you. I'm not saying you're not gentle with other people. I'm just saying that it's a new level of compassion and kindness and love, because you have been going through a beautiful heart opening. So and it's like your eyes are getting even clearer. You have more clarity. It will be easier to see the depths of your soul. And I've noticed that shift with someone in my life. But when I look in their eyes now, I'm like, holy crap. Like, you've had such a huge shift, so much more openness and clarity and embracing. It's a beautiful thing. So congratulations on how far you've come. It is beautiful. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, Ebony Star. Okay, so let me just back up. So I know management, any wanted one as well. And Jupe wanted to get in line as well. I just want to try to go back in order. If anyone else actually knows who's next, by all means, you can tell me. Okay, so there's a student of green as well. And then AE Wallenor, when Wallenaural out. Wanted one, Wallenaural out. I think that was the next one. Okay. So AE Wallenaural out. Or Nora. Noral. Okay. Okay. AE. I'm starting to get hungry. Guys, I don't know how many individual ones I will do because I am feeling the hunger. And I have to drive my son somewhere soon as well. So I'll get through as many as I can. Hopefully these will be like one or two cards because that was Norm just cards really needed to come for you. So I'm glad you got them. But I just want these to be quick to at least get a little bit of a message out for each of you that are asking for one. So what does AE Noral out need for today? Okay. So the message, it's Goddess Kali, endings and beginnings. Endings and beginnings. So beautiful. You can see that full moon was actually a full moon eclipse that is there. We also have, you can see Kali's third eye is very much open and activated, receiving accurate messages from your higher self. It is what is happening, and you're going through a rebirth. So there's things in your life that are closing up shop, and it is for the best. And it's so whatever ending that you've had, it was a beautiful learning phase, and that contract of that type of relationship has now ended because you're ready for a new level of learning. So now you're needing to connect with someone of equal to higher vibration. So embrace the ending, yet we still might need to go through a grieving process with any endings, right? Go through a grieving process. Even if on a logical side, I understand this wasn't working anymore, this needs to end, it's still an ending to a phase that deserves to be honored and respected, and to grieve in the loss and grieve in a way that works for you. You know, some people might be going through an even deeper grieving that might take longer, but it's not a contest. It doesn't matter. Like however long you need to grieve, you grieve while you start building the excitement as you're stepping into the new. So a new door has just, okay, the visualize I'm getting is these big like California shutters have just like opened up, and you can see the sunshine there. Okay, so this is actually a window that is opening. You might not have seen because I'm not actually seeing the window opening yet. I'm seeing like a clear glass. So I feel like that is to come. If you haven't already seen something within your life present that newness, it is to come. So the first phase were those shutters opening so you can see the light and have at least hopefulness that something new is coming. There's bigger and brighter and more positive things that will be coming to you. And now you're getting that clarity and that understanding, or that knowing that you are worthy of that, you are deserving of it, and it is coming. So you can let me know if that resonates with you. So that is AI. And then, okay, so student of green. Student of green, I'm going to pull mermaids and dolphins card for you. Okay, what does student of green need? I'm so sorry for your loss. And it doesn't matter if they've been sick for a while or if they were quite elderly. It doesn't matter. It's still a process. And sending you a big hug. All right. So the card that you got is the 3 Rhine Maidens. Love is a virtue that endures eternally. Love is a virtue that endures eternally. So there's 3. I'm going to show you this card. There's 3 mermaids. There's also 3 fish. There is also a treasure chest. And there is a circle. It's like it is a circle that you can go through, like the fishes can be able to swim through that. I'm going to read the message because I feel like there is a beautiful message in here. And I have to tell you, I'm starting to lose my energy because I am getting quite hungry. So, but I'm glad I can go to the book for this. So 15, number 15, which also becomes a 6. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't quite remember. So a 6 represents don't worry or obsess about material items, including money. Worry lowers the effectiveness of your prayers. Fortunately, the angels can answer your prayers if you ask them to. And then number 5 is the significant changes occurring, always for the better. It's a good idea to call upon heaven for help with these life changes. And a 1 is about wherever your focus is what you're manifesting. Okay, so the 15, a phase of your life will come around full circle. So the 3 Rhine maidens, who symbolize that love is all redeeming, predict that a love which you have previously renounced will return, and you will be granted your heart's desire. Only by forsaking love will whoever turned the maiden's river gold into ring become master of the world. The lust for power and greed for wealth destroys love. As love prevails, it destroys the power and wealth of all who are only seeking gold. To marry for wealth where there is no love will not succeed. True gold is esoteric knowledge. It is love that always triumphs in the end. I feel like you know exactly what that message was for you. So I'm just going to leave that one at that. I am going to do one more, and I know there are a few people who wanted, so I'm just going to use my intuition. Okay. Jujup. Jujup, let me know if you're still there. I'm just going to scroll right down to the end. Oh, Ebony Star, what a beautiful energy. Okay, honey. Awesome. Oh, Justin, thanks for the hearts and the flowers. Okay, Juju, let me know if you're still here because you're here. Okay, so you're gonna do you're gonna be the last card, but those of you who are still here, if you're drawn to staying, there could be a beautiful message in the card for you. Okay, so everyone can pay attention to this. I'm drawn to use the goddess cards. Okay. Okay, so Juju, what does Juju for today? If any of you want to stay connected with me, I have a YouTube channel called The Joyful Yogini, and also on my Instagram, which is the.joyful.yogini. I have in my bio, I have Linktree. And so the link to all my different social media are there too. And if you want to become part of my Discord, anytime I'm on Reddit, I do put the link on there when I'm starting. So if that's something you're interested in, there's some different channels in there that you can check out and you can ask questions and contribute to. There's some cool people on there. Oh, Bulk fan is in the house, or Bach fan. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so Eric Cura Blossoming is your card. So we'll see who can relate to this. This is going to be the last card message. If it doesn't relate, you can just throw it away, okay? So you can see if you can relate to this message. All right, so you're just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. So you've been going through, it's like a rebirth, yet you've just gained some beautiful knowledge about yourself. And so this knowledge it's brought you some excitement. I think you've been learning a new skill even. So learning a new skill, maybe a new education about something. You're fresh, you're excited about it. But yeah, you still have lots to learn. You're not meant to know it all. So embrace exactly where you are at right now. Because where you're at right now is perfect. And if anyone else has higher expectations, you should know this or you should know this, maybe they're not a good match to work with, let's say. But the more you embrace yourself for where you're at, you'll see you will attract people that will also embrace you for where you're at. So those people in your life that will be like, you're not good enough, they're either going to fall away or their perception will change. They'll actually go through a beautiful healing and have a new perception of you and where you're at and just be able to embrace you. So first, embrace yourself where you are at in the various areas of your life. You're not meant to know it all. It's like, oh, I'm getting the picture of my head of, learning to ride a bike. So when you're first learning, you might have some scrapes, some falls, some scrapes, some bruises here and there. And then you're going to get it. And then you're going to learn how to use your gears, right? And then you're going to learn how to be able to do your right hand signal and your stop and your left signal, right? You're going to learn how to be able to do that and feel more and more comfortable with taking one hand off. And then you're going to get to a stage where I can ring my bell. Bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. Anyways, I don't know why that came in. So yeah, you'll be able to feel more confident in doing that. And it will end up being a normal reaction. Oh, I'm going around a turn. I better ring that bell so people know I'm coming. Ding, ding. And then you might even get super brave and take both hands off for a little bit of time. If you feel ready, don't do it if you're not ready. And maybe don't take this literally. But then maybe you'll feel comfortable in taking your hands off for both hands off for a little bit. So just an analogy to help you to just embrace your learning, embrace where you're at. It's all good. And you can apply that to all different areas of your life. Okay. Oh, you're doing better. Xbox is in the house too. Hey. Oh, I'm doing better. I'm sorry you've been going through some stuff right now. A lot of people have. So I do think it's a good thing, which might sound really screwed up with because I don't know exactly what you're going through, but it's creating big shifts within you. How do you change your core beliefs that don't serve you anymore? Love that. You first of all need to pay attention to when those beliefs come up, and when they come up, to then be really curious. Like you can even journal about it. So, okay, maybe I grew up with this, and this has always been important. how to relate to me now? Do like be super curious. Do I still believe that? Or is there a different thought process that actually feels better? And then to embrace that different thought process is it's really about letting go of what family, what society, what different cultural groups might deem to be important or sacred or the right thing to do, and be okay. So it's going to practice these thought patterns about embracing you and what's important to you. So we're really changing right now, and this is the time. My dog is scratching. This is the time for us to question everything and start believing in ourselves. So basically, pay attention to the emotions that come up within you, those feelings that come up in different circumstances, and just acknowledge them and go, oh, so this is giving me an indication of how I actually feel about this situation. So if this is feeling a little bit uncomfortable for me, that means there's a part of me that this is no longer working for me anymore. And the acknowledgement of that helps with the process to be able to start changing those belief systems. Okay. Absolutely. I think a lot of us, most of us have limiting beliefs that hold us back. Mr. Jax, hello, lady. How do you keep all the cheerful vibes? Oh, Mr. J. Um, I, I, I have a desire to love life. I have a desire to have a great day every day. And so, because I have this desire, I am conscious of, I'm using emotions as they come up. So, when my emotions come up and maybe they're sad or angry or frustrated, I'm acknowledging them, I'm naming them, paying attention to them, and seeing if do I need to change my perception? Do I need to take action in a different way? So I'm taking responsibility of changing the way I feel by either changing my perceptions, because I know I have some distorted perceptions, some distorted beliefs from growing up, right? And from past lives and from DNA crap that has come through. So I'm just conscious of it. And so I'll either change my perception, I'll change my thoughts. So I'll choose a thought that feels better, or I might need to take action in a different way. And then that will shift my emotions, which shifts my energy, which shifts my reality. So that's the way I do it. Okay. Jujup, I'm glad it resonates. Do you pull cards? I did. So watch this. Rewatch it. You gotta watch it on here or watch it on YouTube. Euphorma? What does euphorma mean? Great answer, Yogini. Thanks, man. Thank you. Okay, so I'm starved. I'm gonna have to refuel. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll join me tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for yoga. I'll be doing yoga live on YouTube. And I think I'm also going to do yoga live on Facebook. But I don't know if it's going to be my Uxbridge yoga or my my Joyful Yogini, the Joyful Yoga. I'll figure that out. The safe bet is to go to my YouTube channel for the yoga on Tuesday, and then I'll be back on Reddit and on YouTube on Wednesday for Intuition Wednesday, where you're going to practice your own intuition. Make sure you put it in your calendar for this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, for Feel Good Friday, where it's fun and party-like energy, but we also get some beautiful channeled messages just flow through, as well as healing energy. And I never know what's going to happen, but usually I get some messages beforehand about what the theme is going to be. And so if I find out the theme before Friday, sometimes I get the theme on Friday, but if I find out the theme before you, I'll keep you posted. So thank you. Beautiful girl. Oh, outrageous. Thanks, man. Okay, Mr. Peanuts said cosmos or God. Which entity do you believe in? Okay, I'll answer that before I sign off. And Ebony Star, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And make sure I get a pull card for you next time, okay? Okay, so Mr. Peanuts, how I will answer that. I don't believe in an entity. I believe in energy, and I like to call it source. And even if I say God, it's still not an entity. The label, the name God for me is just a name for source energy. And source is a collective energy. This is my belief system. And there's all the different belief systems out there, and go with what resonates for you. So my belief is we're all interconnected to this source energy. And as we go through various lifetimes and have beautiful learnings, the source energy is learning from that, right? You can see the incredible changes, the transformation that us as human beings have been going through since the beginning of time. We are very different now, the way we treat each other. And there's certain pockets within the world that, let's say, are still over here. And there's others that are in maybe a more, I'm going to say a more elevated perspective when it comes to compassion and embracing each other, right? We're still at different stages, but together we are evolving. And so then the knowledge available within source is evolving. And within this source energy is also, we have different soul levels, right? I believe in angels, I believe in archangels, I believe in guides. And so there's different soul levels of experience and knowledge that are there available to us to be able to support us. So that is my belief. So thank you so much. I hope you have a fabulous rest of the day. Thank you to everyone who came, and I hope you tomorrow for yoga. And bubble racks. Hi, are you scared? What the heck? Keep on moving. There's definitely none of that going on. I live through my heart, and that's why I'm here. So from my life to yours, everybody, namaste. Have a great day. Bye. See you later, guys. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Great week.